Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Dr. Boyce Watkins from Your Black World and the Black Business School, and I wanted to take 1 second to come in here for 3 minutes or less, but I might actually take 4 minutes for this one because this is going to be something that I hope will help you in terms of thinking about how we want to shape black children for the future. There's a young man by the name of Matthew McKenzie who I want to congratulate him and his family because he actually did something that was very unique, extraordinary, but it's really something that great black men can do on a regular basis because we're so great at everything else. But he actually manifested his potential, which makes me very proud of him. Basically, he got his high school diploma and his associate's degree on the same day. He says, I graduated from Chattahoochee Tech with my degree in interdisciplinary studies, and later that night got my diploma from my high school, McKenzie says. And now they list in the article that he got a college degree on the same day, but it appears that it's an associate's degree, but it's still very impressive. It's still extraordinary. He was homeschooled since the second grade. He's from Georgia. His mother started taking his mother got him into high school classes at the age of 11, and by the age of 8. Sorry about that. I keep getting that wrong. And by the age of 11, he started a dual enrollment program at Chattahoochee Technical College. His mother, Monique McCord, decided to homeschool her son after school officials refused to allow him to advance to a higher grade. Quote, educationally, he's always been ahead, McCord told the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. I felt like it would be a disservice to stop him. Now, McKenzie is this year's youngest student to receive a degree from the Technical College system of Georgia. His next stop is Kennesaw State University to study biochemistry, where he plans to pursue his master's and PhD in chemical engineering at Georgia Tech. He says, I want to be a cosmetic chemist. I want to start my own line of chemical products, the beauty of things, said McKenzie. Well, I think that's awesome. He's 14 years old. I think that's very cool. It would be extraordinary even if he was 18, to get his high school diploma and an associate's degree at the same time. The fact that he's 14 means that he's not just a couple of years ahead, because an associate's degree is a 2-year degree, but it means he's actually 6 years ahead, which I think is really awesome, really extraordinary. Nothing to critique there at all. Nothing you can critique. Now, what I can do as a person who's taught college students, you guys know I've taught at a lot of major universities, University of Kentucky, Indiana University, Syracuse University, the Ohio State University, etc. And I've also taught around the world. I've taught in Europe and China and other places, and I can tell you a little bit about what the world is doing, where the world is going in terms of educational achievement. First things first, this young man is very fortunate to have a family that values education at a high level, because that actually, when they measure which cultures, which communities prosper, it's the communities that value education the most. Like the Nigerian culture, they tend to do well because of that. Indian, Jewish, etc. The 15-year-old in our house, well, he's 16 now. He attends this math and science academy that's really difficult to get into. And when we went there for orientation, there was a lot of Indian parents, Jewish kids, stuff like that. The second thing is, when you talk about a young black man doing well educationally, every black man needs to learn how to start his own business. Why is that? Well, because there's a lot of untapped potential in the black male community. The fact that 45 to 50% of all black males in Chicago between the ages of 20 and 24 don't have jobs and are not being educated means there's a lot of potential in there, a lot of greatness in there being thrown to the wayside. Well, this doesn't just happen at the lowest levels; it also happens at the highest levels. I know guys with law degrees, PhDs, JDs, all the other letters behind your name, even MDs, who can't find a job or can't find the job that they're happy with, where they're treated well, where they're being paid what they're worth, etc. The average black person of every educational level makes less than white people when they go into the same job. So the key for the black man is, the more talent you have, the more necessity there is for you to know how to start a business. Because let's say that this brother gets to the age where he's ready. He knows his chemistry. He can go out here and he can create great products and things like that. Well, if he doesn't know the basics of entrepreneurship, it's going to be hard for him to do that. It sounds to me like he's already aiming in that direction. It sounds like his mother has done the right thing with him as a young black male. She took him off the grid. She got tired of the system. She removed him from the system. I hear from thousands of parents all across the country who've removed their children from the system and said, we can create a bigger, stronger, better system for our child that will put them on the pace that they're supposed to be on. Third thing I want to say is, as a college professor, what this young man has done is not something, it's it's rare only because people don't do it. It's not rare because it's difficult or impossible to do. If black males put as much energy into things like this as we put into sports, we would do this all the time. I can tell you this, I taught seniors when I was at Syracuse. I taught seniors, and you could take any 14, 15-year-old kid of average intelligence and put them in my class. And if they were to do what I told them to do, they will probably get at least a B in the class. Because in college, this is a little secret they don't tell you about a lot of universities, especially private schools like Syracuse. Most students get a B just for showing up every day and just doing the basics. Getting a B in a college class is not that hard. So when you tell me you got C's and D's, I'm looking at you with the side eye kind of saying, okay, what were you really doing in that class? Were you actually doing your work? Because we weren't really allowed, this is a little secret, but we weren't really allowed to give students a lot of bad grades. If students complained, the professors would get in trouble. That was why I kind of left, because I was like, okay, the standards here are not, as high as I want them to be. So, and plus I wanted to teach black people. So, so I want to tell you, if you want something better for your child, take them off the grid, maybe try to homeschool them, or at least get them in a private tutoring program after school. Go ahead and pay for a tutor, pay for, one of those little education learning centers. They might cost you a little bit of money, but it's not going to cost you more than the payment on a used car. But we'll go out and buy new cars and used cars like crazy. But when it comes down to paying for that for our kids, sometimes we don't feel like it's worth it. Well, it is worth it, especially for a black boy, because black men must be educated. Black men need to be on top of their game when it comes to education. If black men are not on top of their game when it comes to education, that increases their likelihood of prison, that increases their likelihood of unemployment, that increases their likelihood of marginalization, that increases their likelihood of death. So literally for a black male, education and high achievement, and especially entrepreneurship, is a matter of life and death. So once again, congratulations to this young man. I'm gonna give you his name one more time, so if you see him on Facebook or his mama on social media or his daddy, give him props. Matthew McKenzie. He's out of Georgia. He just got his bachelor's or his associate's degrry and his high school diploma on the same day at the age of 14, which right there, just getting, I graduated from high school at 14. That right there is pretty impressive. Am I right or am I right? So I wish him the very, very best. And I want to see millions of our kids doing the same damn thing, because we can do this. We have that kind of potential in our community. There's greatness everywhere in our community. We are kings and queens, and we got to just act like it. All right, so I'm out of here, guys. I'm Dr. Boyce Watkins. Please hit the thumbs up button, share button, subscribe button, all that good stuff. If you want a free e-copy of my book, It Takes a Village to Raise the Bar, please go to drboycewatkins.net. That's drboycewatkins.net. Also, if you want to take a look at our financial workbooks we created for children, we have workbooks and flashcards that teach finances to black children. Black children, that's our focus. That's what we educate in the Black Business School. Please visit financialworkbooks.com or financialflashcards.com. You're going to love them. There's a 100% money back guarantee if you're not happy for any reason, but everybody's happy, so it almost never happens. But if you want to take a look, go to financialworkbooks.com or financialflashcards.com. Especially as the summer's coming, you really want to give your kids that activity that's going to keep them busy, keep them engaged, and build them up for the future so they can go out and do exactly what this kid has done. And believe me, if you send me video, if you email my manager@boycewatkins.com, and you send me video of your child showing their greatness and their potential, I will talk about your child on this channel, just like I talked about little Matthew. I want to be talking about black kids every single week because I want our kids to be great. So anyway, I'm out of here, guys. Have a good day. I'll see you soon. Take care. Peace.